Good evening, everybody. This is episode number 32 of the Grumpy Guy Show. Buy another one. Tonight, we're going to talk about a couple of things that we saw during the Times Square New Year's Eve event, and something that we've had sitting there for a while. Stay tuned. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
I'm Ryan McAllister.
So we did a little bit of low-tech fixing for Ryan so that you can actually see him. You know, it's...
I'm finally visible again.
It's very low-tech, and you'll see his microphone sitting in front of his face. Yeah, a little bit worse than mine is, but, you know, oh well. At least you can see him, and you can see his face.
It's a lot less stable up here than it is down there.
Yeah. So, we only have a couple of topics this week, because, again, Ryan didn't add anything. But beyond that, it may truly be a short episode this week. We have one topic that we've had sitting there for a while that, you know, we'll end up getting to that, but
eventually.
Yeah, eventually. We'll get to that for sure tonight, and maybe we'll have a surprise topic come up throughout the episode and save us and get us a regular length episode. I'm not going to hold my breath on it, and you can see Ryan's tired, apparently. I don't know, apparently his nap this afternoon didn't help him. So what do you say we dive right into it?
I say let's do it.
All right.
What's up first?
So, many of you who are a bit older, unlike Ryan, will remember the whole Y2K thing, you know, and everybody talking about the 2000, you know, and they started saying 2K all the time. And the point of that was because it was easier to write than 2000, and of course Y2K was a catchy thing that, you know, a lot of tech nerds really jumped on because it was important.
Kill us all.
Well, you know, the whole thing is there was a lot of fear because every program up to the early 90s was coded using a 2-digit year. You know, and that's what the whole Y2K was about, is everything was coded with just two-digit year, the last two digits. And of course you get to 2000, you still had people from the early 1900s that were alive. You're going to have problems representing their birthdays and whatnot in programs because of that. So there was a big panic, and of course nobody knew exactly what was going to happen once the clock changed to 2000 because, you know, all these programs, who knows if they're going to crash? They're not going to understand how to handle things. So, you know, that was a big thing. Y2K. You know, and that was fine then. Because, you know, 2K is 2 letters shorter than 2000, or 2 characters. Okay, so I get it to a point. But here we are, 2022.
That's like the K versus OK debate.
So here we are in 2022. We were watching the last 20 minutes of the Times Square event because, frankly, we were having better conversation than what we were going to see on that stupid show. Because the show has really, really gotten dumb. You know, everything outside of Times Square is pre-recorded, which, again, is dumb. But we're watching it.
It's probably recording like November.
Normally they are. They're recorded in late November. But at any rate, so
at
we're
this
watching.
Point, they're probably recording it right after Halloween.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, they recorded it early back when they first started doing it, they did record it early. But, it's just gotten worse. But, so we're watching the last 20 minutes or so of this thing. And all they do is they keep showing 2K22. I'm like, really? So the 0 is harder to write than the K? I mean, what is the point
The
of putting
0
that
is so
2K?
much easier to write than a K. It's literally a freaking oval.
Yeah. But what's the point? 2K22. All right. Great.
One less syllable to say.
I guess. But not really. I mean, 2K, right? 2K. That's 2. 2000. It's 2. I mean, right? I don't know.
Actually, 2000.
All right, well, whatever. You're better at English than I am, but still.
Yeah, you probably didn't fail college English
Well,
in your first semester.
yeah, don't worry about it.
You probably didn't fail middle school English all 3 years.
No. But
There you go. You're
but,
better at English than I am.
But you're also much closer to that education than I am. It's been a long time.
It's been, what, 30 years?
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. But at any rate, so I'm just sitting there every time it popped up on the screen. I'm just like, ugh! It bothered me over and over again. And then the next day, 2K22, welcome to 2K22. Why? Why does it have to be 2K? Idiots.
Maybe the K looks cooler than the 0?
No. I mean, if you're writing out a check to pay somebody and you write 2K22, your bank's going to say, yeah, no, that's not valid. Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, this is just, it's ridiculous, people. We're in 2022. Write the dang letter.
Number.
Character, how's that? Write it out, though. I don't know what the fascination is with trying to abbreviate everything. Everywhere you look, there's abbreviations, I mean, I was on this one project at my last job where we literally spent 4 weeks out of a 3-month project coming up with a way to have a name for our project that would give us a neat, fun little acronym.
1 out of 3 months.
I'm like, what? I told my boss after the 3rd meeting. She said, so how's that meeting going? I said, we haven't done anything yet. We're too worried about an acronym. I'm just sitting there like, what are we talking about acronyms for? Let's get down to business. Let's do this. And don't you know, the project was late. But I started
People
taking
care too much about making things fun.
Yeah, but I took
overly fun, that is. Everything should be fun. But you're going overboard by trying to make things sound fun.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing.
Don't worry about making it sound fun. Actually make it fun.
Yeah, and what's getting worse is, you look at people with text messages. Everything's abbreviated. I get funny looks from people when they're like, dude, you spelled out you. I said, yes, Y-O-U.
Exactly.
When you're referring to me, it's Y-O-U. It's not the letter U.
Mm-hmm.
I get that you're lazy, but some of these people that I'm texting, they weren't around when, in order to send a text message, you had to hit each button like 3 times. I mean, what is it? Let me take a look.
I'm lazy, and I still write these words out.
So
I have
I
almost. I usually have perfect grammar
so
in my texts.
you see those there? Those little letters underneath? Probably not, but it used to be that if you
The viewer
wanted,
probably doesn't, but I kind of saw it.
if you wanted to do a C, you had to press the 2 3 times to get a C. In that case, sure, completely understand the idea of, using a U instead of spelling out YOU. Of course, there was also limits on the length of each text message. But now, there's no real limits. They automatically roll them together. If you get to the character limit, it automatically creates another message for you and sends them as if you sent one message off of your phone, and then the receiving person receives it as if it was one message. Whoa!
Wow.
It's just like, come on. But like I said, some of these people, they're doing these things, and it's like, you weren't around before smartphones. You didn't know how to spell or anything before smartphones. Why are you doing that? Anyhow. So, I think we beat that one pretty good, huh?
Yep.
But guess what, folks? I'm going to talk about another situation that I saw right there in Times Square. Yeah. So, everybody knows.
Popcorn, folks. This is going to be a good one.
So, everybody knows the Omicron variant is spreading very, very fast. Here in the Syracuse area, Onondaga County, which is one of the larger counties in central New York, it's actually the county that the city of Syracuse is located in. A couple of days after Christmas, they had 2,000 new cases in a single day. This is a county that's only about, I think, the entire population.
The numbers are rising.
Yeah. I think the entire population of Onondaga County is like 200,000. So you're talking 1% of the population in one single day suddenly tested positive.
Yikes.
New York City's ratio is higher than Onondaga County.
Well, that's pretty obvious.
So Times Square, for the New Year's event, they seriously considered whether they should cancel it or not. And they didn't, because, they know people were going to show up anyhow. So at least they could put...
Yeah, it's about making money.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, it allowed them to put some rules and regulations around things to help kind of control the spread and the explosion of the virus and the infections. Mm-hmm. So, they're panning around the whole crowd and everything, and they're showing all of these people with masks on. And I'm like, wow, they're really enforcing it. I mean...
That's incredible.
Looking through the entire crowd, there were hardly any people without a mask on.
I don't think there was anybody without a mask.
No, but there was.
In the crowd.
There was. So then all of a sudden they pan on this group of officers. And it starts out, you've got them with masks on, and then all of a sudden there's a group of about 30 of them standing there, no masks. Definitely not social distancing, because they were pretty much, they were almost shoulder to shoulder. And I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, wow, must be all that special training they get. I mean, seriously, it's like, what makes them so special that they can go without a mask? I don't know of anything. But
They're
it's
cops. They think they're above the law.
yeah, well, it goes beyond that, you know, because there's always been complaints and talk about cops that are doing 85 to 90 miles an hour on the highway when they're not in pursuit of anybody.
Hmm.
And the comment that's always been given is, well, they're specially trained so they can drive safer at high speeds. Wait a minute.
That
But
speed limits are. That doesn't mean that the speed limits go away for them.
right, it doesn't mean it at all. But they're like, well, we're specially trained, so we can handle it. Okay, so then
Yeah,
if
but it doesn't make it legal for you to do it.
yeah, so what they're by going by what they're saying, then if somebody, say, oh, I don't know, a Grand Prix driver decides he's going to get in his car and drive 150 down the road, it's okay because he's got special training.
Hmm.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But that's all I could think of every time they panned through and showed those police officers standing there without masks on is, wow, that special training goes really, really far with that. I'm just like, oh, God. There's nothing like really, truly showing that, we've got a bunch of idiots making decisions on things.
I
But
just realized that until now my mic wasn't plugged in.
no, I was still getting sound.
I just
Technical
find that funny.
difficulties, folks. Must be the mic isn't Y2K compliant. But
It
is it
works when it's
Y2?
wireless.
Is it Y2K22 compliant? Or does it have special training?
It has special training. That's it.
Yeah, there you go. Holy cow.
Hmm.
Something else. But yeah, kind of watching our video here, I'm seeing that we're gonna have to do some more low tech fixing because you're bouncing all over the place.
Oh, that's just that my leg is up against the um,
Yeah, yeah,
tray table. I gotta move it back again.
yeah. We'll have to figure something out a little bit more, but
Hmm.
at any rate, at least at least people can see you, so that when you do your air quotes.
Hmm.
But at any rate,
So anyway, to recap, if cops can go at 100 miles an hour down the freeway, then so should Kyle Busch.
I don't care what he does. He's an annoying little bug. Well, my. Anyway, so I just want to take a second to let everybody know, if you haven't been watching the videos, I really suggest that you do, because it's more than just seeing my ugly face or seeing Ryan's air quotes.
Or my ugly face.
Yeah, well, you can't copy me. I put a
I
lot of
mean, you
work
did
into
create
it.
me, so if your face, I have been told that I look like you by people in the family. So if your face is ugly, then that automatically means that mine is too.
Nah, you don't look like me. You still got hair.
20 more years, and yeah, and that's gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's already been receding for the past like 5 years. I used to have
Nah,
bangs.
nah, it's not. You're fine. But anyway, so I've been putting a lot into the videos to make them a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. So if you haven't checked them out, at least check out one. Especially, the more recent ones like last week or the week before. Or, of course, this week, which maybe you're watching it now. I don't know.
Shameless plug.
What's that?
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. I'm doing a lot with it. I'm trying to make it fun. It takes a lot longer, takes a lot more work, but hopefully it's more enjoyable. But I know you haven't checked it out, so you should.
What am I saying? Compared to me, you have shame when it comes to promoting this show.
Promoting this show on this show. Oh my.
Anyway, this episode is sponsored by
Yeah.
nobody.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Well, the last episode we had 2 viewers. The one before that we had 2 viewers or listeners, whatever they are. I don't know, but
consistent ratings.
Yeah, I'm still not going to subject people to ads. And I'm not even sure if we were to get 100 100 listeners on a regular basis. I'm not sure that I'd bother with ads. I'm not doing this to make money. Yeah, I'm doing this as a way to vent, release, have a little fun.
I'm doing this for the sake of entertainment.
Exactly. That's what all that stuff is about, is just, entertaining myself and having a few laughs and complaining along the way. That's why I keep saying, somebody wants to join, let me know. I saw in
let me know.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get my friends on more often.
Yeah. I saw in when I was looking on Spotify, you can actually send us a message. So, if you're listening through Spotify, send us a message. Tell us what you like, what you don't like.
Watching on Spotify.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, tell us what you like, don't like. For listeners, you missed it. Ryan's sitting there raising his eyebrows like, huh?
Again, compared to me, you have shame.
Well, you sit there. It's good. All I could think of while he's doing it is Fozzie Bear. Waka waka waka. Oh my. Well, shameless plug put aside. We can talk about our last little
Before we
topic.
get to that, let me just add, we have no shame.
Well, yeah, true. But, so our last topic, something that we've had on there for quite a while.
Ooh, which one?
It is titled Recommendation Engines. So initially,
exactly does that mean?
Initially, this was about Facebook and how they recommend, how they put things on your feed, whether it's friend suggestions or, ads, whatever. But then, I got thinking about it as I'm doing some Christmas shopping, because yes, this was way back.
Way back.
Yeah, it looks, based on the calendar there, or the date that I added it, it was before Thanksgiving. It was the 17th of November, so tells you it's been sitting there a while. But, so Christmas shopping, right? Start looking on Amazon because, maybe I've said it, I don't know. I'm getting fed up with dealing with Walmart and their lack of having any product whatsoever. And then while you're walking through the
If
store,
Eric needs it, Walmart doesn't have it.
yeah, pretty much that's how it is now. But you
Back in
walk,
the day, if Walmart didn't have it, he didn't need it.
yeah. But if you walk through the store,
You
you're
notice, you notice how bad it's gotten for him to change his tune, folks.
so you walk through the store and you're going to hear at least once while you're walking through the store an announcement. We're closing early so that we can clean and stock shelves. Yet all throughout the day, there's these people standing there with their stupid little stocking carts taking up the entire space, stocking shelves. But the problem is they're always not actually stocking. They're just shuffling things around that are on the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
You walk through, like I went down there once to get some orange juice. Went in, and it wasn't like it was right at closing. I mean, this was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it was before any kind of rush, because it was a weekday. I get done with work around 3 o'clock. I went down because I needed orange juice. They had 4 half-gallons of orange juice. That's it. We're not talking 4 of one brand or 4 of my preferred brand. We're talking 4.
4.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you stock the shelves, huh? And and then you
Close early.
yeah, you walking around and the floors are all dirty and everything. And as I'm walking back from seeing they had no orange juice,
Cleaning.
I see them in the cookie aisle stocking the cookies. Okay, that makes sense. The shelves are already full, but let's not fill up the orange juice so that we can actually sell something. No, let's stock the cookies. At any rate,
Cookies sell.
so back to the topic. So I'm shopping on Amazon for things, and I put something in the cart, I buy it. The next day, I get done with work, I open up my email, and don't you know what's sitting in there? Recommendations for the same product I just bought. We think you might like this. No, I don't need it. I already bought it. And then you go on Amazon.
Buy another one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I go on to Amazon to do a little more shopping, and oh, look, this came up as something that's in your search history. Yeah, because I bought the one I wanted.
Buy another one.
It's ridiculous. You go, if you do some research using Google, you search for a car or whatever, you stop searching, and 2 weeks later, hey, just in case you're still interested in a car. No, I'm not interested. There's a reason I stopped searching. Mm-hmm. I completely and totally do not understand what these people are thinking. If I stop searching for something and I haven't searched for it in 3 to 4 weeks, I probably bought what I was looking for.
Yeah, but you gotta buy another one.
Yeah. And I find it hilarious with Facebook's recommendations because, if there's very few people that I have on there that I haven't met in person. And I think I've said that before. But their recommendation engine is always telling me, add this person, add that person. I don't want to. Mm-hmm. And then, if it's a really boring day at one point, I scroll and I get down to what turns out to be the bottom.
Holy crap.
And at the bottom it says, at the bottom it says, no more posts, add friends. I don't want to add friends. Just show me the stuff that they're posting. And that kills me because half the time they don't show you everything. The only way you see everything from everybody that you are friends with is if you actually go and you search on each one of their walls or whatever they're called. I don't know. I just show me a chronological feed of this stuff. Don't use your stupid engines to decide what I want to see and what I don't want to see. I was scrolling through the other day, and I'm going along, and all of a sudden I see, I'm looking at stuff that was posted, like 8-10 hours ago, and all of a sudden there's something there posted just now. Really? Wow, that's a great chronological feed. Hell. Alright, folks, you probably heard the music starting up. Apparently I've rambled on quite a bit. We're pretty darn close to a full show.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, it seems that Ryan's, if you're watching the video, you see that it seems Ryan's been having some troubles over there, but,
Yeah, but
Well,
I had
we'll
to switch what leg was on top of the other.
we'll have to figure it out for him. Get it so it works a little bit better.
Getting less comfy.
All right, folks.
Good night.
We'll see ya.